Hello and welcome to fYouTure here on Fullerton College Television. My name is Ryan Osborn, and today we will be having a fellow Hornet share with us as to why they chose their major and how that choice will benefit their future. Here with us is Itzia Guzman. Itzia, what is your major here at Fullerton?
I am a pre-nursing major.
What does a pre-nursing major do?
It's basically getting all your gen eds done so that you can transfer into a nursing program.
How did you choose that major?
My mom was a nurse when she was around my age, and when I was a kid, I used to love listening to her talk about, her work, her coworkers, her patients. She was always so passionate and fond about them, and I think that's where the inspiration started.
At what point did you realize, I want to be a nurse?
In 2013, I had an accident and I hit my head and got a concussion.
Really?
And I actually lost quite a bit of my memory. I was constantly in and out of hospitals, in and out of mental hospitals, and I had a few nurses that really impacted my choice of what I ultimately wanted to be. They were very caring and very compassionate, and I realized I wanted to do that.
How frustrating was it to know that, one day you have your memory, the next day not?
I don't think it was so much frustrating. It was terrifying. I didn't really know who I was for a while. So going through that process, it was. Now I can say that it was interesting, but at the time it was mostly just terrifying and stressful. But I did end up re-meeting basically everyone that I knew at that time and being reintroduced to my life that I had. And my family was there for me throughout the whole thing. So
How much did your family help you get through that process?
they helped me a lot. I would say they were pretty much my ground. they they helped me go to doctor's appointments. They helped motivate me and realize that I did still have a future to look forward to. They helped me just with everything, honestly. I'm so grateful to them for being there for me for everything.
Talking about your future, what do you see in your immediate future?
In my immediate future, I want to transfer to CSU Long Beach.
How did you choose that program?
I researched a lot of different UCs and Cal States, and out of all of them here in Southern California, they had one of the best nursing programs.
So staying local is important for you then.
Yes, yeah.
What do you see is the biggest benefit of staying local?
Being able to stay close to my family and keeping my job.
Oh, well, that's always an added benefit.
Yeah.
So here at Fullerton, what courses have you been taking to be able to further your nursing career?
I have been taking biology and chemistry and sociology and a lot of those type of classes, psychology as well.
You mentioned earlier before we went on the air that math is a big thing in nursing.
Yeah, yes, it is.
What role does it play in the nursing?
You have to be able to distinguish what type of medication and how much of it you're supposed to give to a patient or how much they've had. And math it's kind of all over that whole world in that world. So it's a pretty important part, like statistics mostly as well.
Well, let's put a bookmark in that because we got to go to a
Yeah.
commercial. So go ahead and stay tuned as we come back from commercial break. So welcome back to Future. I'm Ryan Osborn here with Itzia Guzman, talking to her about her chosen career path here at Fullerton College and what steps she has taken along the way. So right before we ended up going to commercial break, you were talking about the math that goes into being a nursing student.
Yeah. It's like I said before, it's just mostly about knowing the medications and the doses of those medications, and it's a lot of math. I'm sure there's more math involved than I have yet to discover, but I'll get there. Yeah.
Would you say that the nursing position is slightly underrated?
A little bit. I don't think a lot of people realize um, it's not even about being like smart or being. I mean, of course, you have to have those set of skills,
Right.
but it's a lot about being compassionate and having those interpersonal communication skills to be able to connect with those people and give them the support that they need that they might not get otherwise
Okay.
in different
So you
situations.
have to make sure that you have people skills too then.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Now, how much do you have to also make a connection with the person that you are treating?
As far as making a connection goes, I think there's a fine line between being able to connect with them and becoming attached.
Okay.
Because becoming attached is when it gets a little dangerous, not only for the patient but for you. There could be a lot of emotional trauma that comes out of that if things go wrong. Being connected to them is being able to empathize.
Okay. So, what would be the ideal position for you in the nursing field?
I would ultimately like to become a nursing practitioner.
What does a nursing practitioner do?
They get to perform minor surgeries. For example, if there's someone in an emergency room that needs, their heart transplanted or something, heaven forbid, but something like that, and the surgeon needs to be able to focus on them, then the nursing practitioner would step in and perform
Okay.
minor surgeries like suturing someone up or
Okay.
doing like an appendectomy and little things like that.
So, it takes on an added sense of responsibility as well then.
Yes, it is.
How do you deal with that pressure?
Just being able to be confident in yourself and know that the decisions that you're making are the right ones, and to be able to stay calm and think with a clear head.
Now, who has been someone that here at Fullerton has helped you along the way in once you realized that you wanted to be a nurse?
Here at school, I would say it was a theater teacher that I had a few years ago and my choir director here at school. They helped me realize that what I ultimately did want to do, because I've been kind of juggling between theater and nursing, and music and theater will always be a part of my life, but nursing, I think, is what I ultimately need to become, if that makes sense.
So, do you feel that this is your calling in what you want to do in your life?
Yes.
And how do you really research where the jobs are coming from?
I don't know. I feel like once you become an RN, there's a lot of doors that open up
Okay.
for you for so many different areas that you can become a nurse.
Well, thank you, Itzia, for coming on the show and sharing with us your wise words. You're an inspiration to future and current students everywhere. This has been another encouraging episode of Future. Your future is right there in front of you. You just have to make the right step forward. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time here on FCTV. Take care.